Hello, I'm Minjpal. Today I bring you another video. Today we are going down the scrap mech kroot army. I have been doing my kroot army that is based on scrappy mechanized kroot. Though a lot of them aren't too scrappy, I try my best. Today we are doing another broadside. This one specifically using a proper broadside, specifically the one I used for the bits. I'm going to change it up just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit to make it nicer, the way I want it. I'm going for more of an armoured infantry unit than a, well, battle suit. So, let's have a look, see how I do it. And I'll be painting, this will probably be the last time I paint the kroot, like the armour and the mech suits, and we'll just refer to this video to anyone wanting to recreate. Alright, let's get into it, hope you guys enjoy. Starting this kit bash, I grabbed the Broadside from the Tau Empire. I built the body of it and the legs to the instructions, sort of. As you can see, the body's already built because I used this kit for another kit bash earlier on. Go check that out. I'll hopefully remember to leave a link in the description or in the cards, one or the other. Well, my idea for this, I saw this, I can't remember where I saw this. I had this idea of a kroot inside of a broadside. Just his head sticking at the top like a meerkat. So I went for that. Pretty simple, it's just a kroot in a broadside. Carved open the body and sweet as can be. The kits I use for this is, of course, the Tau Broadside, as well as a Kroot Ox Rider and a Kroot Carnivore. Though you could easily just use a Kroot Ox Rider. Mainly, the only reason I use the Kroot Ox Rider is because of the head. That is the only real reason I use this kit. Now that's for the main body. The weapons, on the other hand, is, I believe, a Chaos Knight or a regular Imperial Knight. And I'm pretty sure that's it, yeah. That's pretty much it. Everything else is just Tau bits. Just a gun that's a bit different. That and the kroot sticking out the damn suit, but we don't worry too much about that. Now, I will admit... Oh, sorry, yawning. I will admit that putting this body in there was a lot harder than I thought. Mainly because I didn't measure crap. I would highly recommend, if you're going to do this, measure the distance between the torso bottom and the torso, the broadside's like cavity, and you kroot. And cut the legs at that mark of where the body would hit the bottom of the broadside's chest cavity, because it will make it so much easier to put this thing in. I swear to you. I didn't do that because I'm an idiot. I also would recommend carving a little bit extra around those vents, just so you can fit some shoulders in there. But for what it is, it works really damn well. My mouth is not moving around as much as it should be, so that means I've got a tech issue. That is why. There we go. My goal in this was, yeah, it's pretty simple, pretty easy, nothing too crazy. And then having to clip down the quills of the head, I probably could have clipped less and just stuck him in the back of that vent thing, but oh well, I've done what I've done. Now we have the broadside standing. I adjusted its head and shape and base, all of its little adjustments, so it sits looking the way it's supposed to be. That machine gun looking thing is what I use. I'm pretty sure it's an Imperial Knight thing, or a Knight in general. I also use the Tau, I believe it's the Commander Tau battlesuit's head for the angled chest armor that you'll notice in a minute, and you'll notice I have the wrong arms. Not all the arms are correct. That's because I have built both the commander and the broadside as bits, not kits. So now I'm trying to rebuild them as kits and don't have all the bits together. They're all just kind of stuck to the box. Now I do remove the magazine from the rifle gun thing. The machine gun, let's just be honest, it's just a brown, it looks like a World War II Browning. No, not Browning. God, now I can't remember. But yeah, I use that as my goal is to basically have this dude walking around with this machine gun thing. Would the broadsides, regular weapons work fine? I guess, but I'm not using this as a broadside per se. More of an armored infantry. Something a little bit bigger, a little bit bulkier, that's just waddling around. Though I do compare this, I actually have had thoughts about combining a broadside's legs with a Tau commander's body. Because the legs look too like stumpy for this torso. It doesn't like match very well in my opinion. I mean, anatomy wise it probably would work. It's just chicken legs, that's my problem. I also attached the arms in this particular order, so it looks like he's just carrying the gun. But yeah, other than that, it's like there are definitely ideas for experiments. I also take some Ogryn Imperial armor plates and stuck them in, and then that Imperial Knight exhaust. A lot of this stuff is just scrap, it's just bits I have lying around from kits I haven't built or just haven't bothered to build right. And that's kind of my whole thing. I stick this little like sensor thing on the back. I'm pretty sure it has a name. I'm pretty sure it's a sensor, to be honest. I can't remember. But yeah, I thought that would be, this is a great little like infantry soldier with a machine gun. Very Avatar-esque, I'd say. I also add, I believe this, is it an optic or a head? I think it's a head. Another broadside head, but that's alright. I also add a few cables to the arm, well that arm especially, and then I think a lich guard, I think it's a lich guard's spine thingy from the shoulder to the canister thing, and that's where I call it done for this kit bash. I'm quite happy with it. Oh yeah, I also chucked that kroot gun on the back, but yeah, I'm happy with it. I like it. I like to run the idea of these being like sort of like the Imperial Knights. If you destroy the knight, there's a dude just pops out of it. But home rules wise, that will never be allowed, sadly. I'm also realizing I didn't do the cropping on this very well, but that's okay. I'll fix it in the final one, so you'll never know. Let's get into painting. Model Air Dark Earth. I use this as a base coat, as I have for all my my Kroot army. All the mechs are sandy coloured with red accents, or red symbols and all that. Anything that delineates their allegiance is red. So that's like why I say that, plus other things, but yeah. Model Air US Desert Sand. I was just to start highlighting, so I can hit it with the yellow earth and get a nice tint throughout. Simple, easy, nothing too complicated. This is actually a really easy scheme to replicate if you got any like model air stuff. It works really well. Model Air Yellow Earth. I use this to tint everything. That yellow sand color I like, as it matches all of my army. Works that simple, is easy, and just works really fucking well. I probably shouldn't swear, but some people mistake me for British, so I'm done. We're going true Aussie. Citadel layer Techless Blue. I use just for the base coat of the skin of the Kroot. As anyone that has ever seen my videos will understand my lore, Kroot pilots for the mechs are blue because they've eaten the Tau. Citadel layer, techless blue, gain color, electric blue. I use this for a highlighting color. I will highlight this, I think, 4 times. Yeah, 4 times. It's techless blue, techless and electric, then electric, and then electric and white. And that sort of brings everything together to where I like it for my kroot, or my blue kroot at least. And I'm happy with that. Game color, electric blue. Again, adding blue. Simple, easy. Wish my thumb would get out the way. I stupidly had this on center focus instead of multi-focus, because of course I do that. I try my best to just keep it all the lighter colors to the higher areas and slowly go smaller, but I do stuff it out sometimes because I have terrible hand control. Game color, electric blue. Model color, white glaze. I hit all the highest edges best I can. Do I mess it up? Yes. I'm sure there are other people out there with much better hand control than I do, but that's kind of the goal. Simple, easy, done. Citadel base, corn red. I use this for a base coat of any and all red bits I will do, which is mainly just a chest thing, and the stripes on the armor, or on the Ogryn's armor pieces I used. Other than that, I can't actually remember where I don't have the model on me. Like, I don't have it in front of me, so I can't remember. That and the lenses, yes. Model color, white glaze. I glaze this the best I can, which is not great, over the red places, so I can come in later with a contrast to brighten everything up and make it look oh so good. Simple, easy. I probably need to lower the exposure a bit more, but it's alright. Model color, oily steel. Army painter, matte black. I come in with a very watery coat because I didn't mix it correctly. I do come back with a thicker coat that actually works right. I could have spent the time layering this, but no. Now it looks all thick and, well, worked. It does dry and thin out to where it sticks to the whole armor. Model army painter, matte black. Model color, white glaze. I use this to hit the stones. I intentionally make it watery so it stays in the more flat areas and leaves the edges yellowish, as if the sand is like stained and chipped away at the rock. I like that look. I like the idea of it. It works out well enough for me, so that's what you get. Citadel contrast. Contrast. Blood Angels red. I use this as the highlighting color for the red. Simple, easy, vibrant. Am I perfectly clean with it? No. I also hit that lens and that thing. Then the chest one, even though technically most of them won't be noticed, that's okay. I like it, it works out for me, and that's how I'm going to do it. Model Air, Dark Earth. I use this for the bases of the kroot leathers. As I like this color, it works out well, and it's sort of works. It works well for what I like. It's how I've done it. I'm not going to change it anytime soon. I might do one-off characters that have a bit better leather, but other than that, I'm happy with this. My best leather is what is from my Bone Vipers. Game color, moon yellow. I'll leave a link to my Bone Vipers in the cards. Go check it out. It's a great video. I'm happy with it. It's my cowboys. Model Air, ivory. I use this for the beak, like the mouthpiece. But yeah, Bone Vipers are my Aussie inspired and specifically Outback Aussie inspired Space Marines, go give them a check out for their custom kill team. For the beak, it's one colour. It really is nothing special. Add a wash if you really want it to see, preferably a dark tone wash or a pin wash. Army Painter Dark Tone. I use this as a overall wash. I stupidly tried to use it in the airbrush, forgetting that it don't work in an airbrush. And I just coat this on everything. Making it dirty, grungy, perfect for my scrap mech kroot. Because of course, none of them actually do heavy maintenance. The armor is armor. It's supposed to be damaged. Final results. Here is my kroot. Why the hell did I do it like that? I don't know. But that's okay. You get the idea. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, please liking, subscribing, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. And check out the Discord down below. I'm trying to build a community. Hope you guys come along and have a look. Ain't got much in it right now, but the more people that join, the more it grows, the more things we get. So give it a little gander. Hope you guys have enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.